Have you ever sat in a room full of people, maybe at school, work, or even with friends, and thought, everyone here knows what they're doing, except me. I'm just faking it. You're not alone. And here's the strange part. The smarter you are, the more likely you are to feel this way. This feeling has a name. It's called Imposter Syndrome. And it doesn't just affect random people. It affects high achievers, straight-A students, successful professionals, even famous actors and scientists. Today, we're going to understand why your brain does this to you, and why it might actually mean you're smarter than you think. Let me paint a picture. You just aced a test. Everyone's congratulating you. But inside, you're thinking, I just got lucky. The questions were easy. Anyone could have done this. Or maybe you got promoted, won an award, or someone complimented your work. But instead of feeling proud, there's this voice saying, they don't know the real me. If they knew how much I struggled, they wouldn't be impressed. That's imposter syndrome. It's this constant feeling that you're not as competent as people think you are, and that eventually, someone's going to figure it out. So why does this happen? Why do smart people feel like frauds? Well, it comes down to how your brain works. Here's the twist. Smart people are actually more likely to feel like imposters. And there are 3 reasons why. First, smart people know what they don't know. Think about it. The more you learn about something, the more you realize how much you don't know. It's like climbing a mountain. When you're at the bottom, you think the top is right there. But as you climb higher, you see there are even taller peaks beyond. Smart people see those peaks. They see the gaps in their knowledge. So even when they're really good at something, they focus on what they haven't mastered yet. There's actually a name for this, the Dunning-Kruger Effect. It shows that people with low ability tend to overestimate themselves, while people with high ability tend to underestimate themselves. So if you feel like a fraud, your brain might actually be working correctly. Second, smart people compare themselves to other smart people. If you're talented, you probably surround yourself with other talented people. You're in advanced classes, competitive environments, or workplaces with skilled colleagues. So your measuring stick is different. You're not comparing yourself to the average, you're comparing yourself to the best. And that makes you feel average, even when you're not. Third, things come easier to you, so you discount your achievements. Here's something wild. When you're naturally good at something, it feels effortless. And when something feels easy, your brain thinks, well, if it was easy for me, it must be easy for everyone. So you don't give yourself credit. You think, I didn't really work that hard, or anyone could do this. But that's not true. It felt easy because you're good at it. Now here's why this matters. Imposter syndrome doesn't just make you feel bad, it holds you back. You stop raising your hand because you think your question sounds stupid. You don't apply for opportunities because you think you're not qualified enough. You downplay your achievements so people don't see your full potential. You work twice as hard to prove yourself, which leads to burnout. And the cruelest part? While you're busy feeling like a fraud, everyone around you sees someone capable and talented. There's a gap between how you see yourself and how the world sees you. And that gap is painful. So what do you do about it? First, realize that feeling like an imposter doesn't mean you are one. It's just your brain being overly cautious. It's actually trying to protect you from embarrassment or failure. Thank it for trying to help, then move forward anyway. Second, keep a record of your wins. Write down compliments, achievements, moments when you succeeded, because your brain will forget these. It's wired to focus on threats and problems, not victories. So you have to manually remind yourself of the evidence. Third, talk about it. When you open up about feeling like a fraud, you'll be shocked how many people say, "Wait, you too?" Imposter syndrome thrives in silence. It wants you to think you're the only one, but you're not. Even Maya Angelou, who wrote 11 books and won tons of awards, once said, "I have written 11 books, but each time I think, uh-oh, they're going to find out now. I've run a game on everybody." And finally, reframe how you see mistakes. Smart people often think they should know everything already, but learning requires not knowing. Making mistakes doesn't mean you're a fraud. It means you're growing. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to be better than you were yesterday. Here's what I want you to take away from this. If you feel like an imposter, it might actually be a sign that you're self-aware, intelligent, and constantly growing. The people who never feel like imposters, they're often the ones who've stopped learning. Your doubt isn't proof that you don't belong. It's proof that you care about doing things well. It's proof that you're challenging yourself. And that's not a weakness. That's the exact thing that will make you successful in the long run. So the next time that voice in your head says, "You're not good enough," remember this. The fact that you're worried about being good enough probably means you already are. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.